Good morning, Amber. How are you this morning? Have you got your coffee? Or am I the last one up this morning? Good. That's good to hear. Hi, Kathy. I got your package. I read that seizure in the middle of it, but it is what Tom is, so, and it is what we live with, so I'm just going to leave it. Hi, Kim Marie. Hi, Ann. How are you girls this morning? I slept in. Tom didn't go to bed till 2 o'clock last night. So I was really tired this morning, last night, and I got up at 6, and I thought I just can't go. I've got to lay back down. So I haven't been up very long, but he will love them. He will love them. He's all excited about the birthday now. It's good to see you. Hi, Anita. Uh, he's all excited now. He decided last night he had to have a Paw Patrol balloon. So, hi, Carla. How are you this morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning. When I can sing without my coffee, girls, it's going to be a good morning. Good morning, honey. How are you, Angela? Yeah, well, I'm a little late. Uh-oh. I hope not. Of course, it's a busy day today, so it may be, we may buffer a lot. Good morning, Joy. Honey, your cards are beautiful. Yeah, it's Saturday morning, so I figure we probably have a little bit of a rough live stream, but I have happy mail, and I'm dying to dig into it. I opened Kathie's. It's for our flocker swap, and I've got some pretty things to be able to do. I didn't do anything yesterday afternoon but draw. I just, it took my mind off everything, and I'm still not real happy with it, but not bad for a number 2 pencil. Well, it's good stuff. It's good stuff, Kathy. I'm hoping that Janie makes it in, but I don't know whether she will or not. Oh, it's so rough. It really is. It's so rough. But I'm learning. Me too, Kathy. It takes a while to get back into the swing of things. I figured she was up late. Yeah, Anastasia. Hello, honey. So good to see you. Yeah, I know. I've seen that on the live stream too, honey. I think that's just YouTube. That's just YouTube. It doesn't even go together after they get the video up. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Jane. I'm so proud to see you girls. Oh my gosh, it just makes my day when I see all your names pop up. Hi, Christina. Mary, how are you this morning? So good to see you here. And girls, I want to tell you how much of the chat that I miss. Oh my gosh, I got so tickled. Have you been making clusters? Okay, we had one come in there that I didn't see. Tracy is making me clusters. No, I guess it did. Okay. Teresa. No, it's Teresa. Hi, Teresa. So good to see you this morning. Well, I was going to have a little meeting with Jayne and talk to her, and I haven't even got around to giving her. I wrote her a message this morning saying I'm not ignoring you. Did I get you? Well, I decided to put on just a little makeup this morning so I wouldn't look so dead. Because I was pale. And it makes me feel a little better once in a while just to put on a little and... I thought I might have got that eye. uh, yeah, you know, it just makes me feel a little better once in a while to put on a little makeup and, you know, try to look halfway decent. I even got dressed and put on... You know, that's doing something. Hi, honey, how are you? Crafty Journey. Susan, well, yeah, I know you are. You are new here, honey, and I'm so glad that you are here. Okay. See, I'm just never sure. Well, honey, don't lurk. You just come in and go to chatting. Okay, honey. Okay. I thought it might be a while, so I put hers down on the floor, and I thought we'd start with what I got for my Flocker's Journal from Kathie, and it's wonderful, and I'm going to have fun making her a page. And she sent a pretty envelope. I've opened it because I couldn't stand it. I loved your envelope. It's so pretty. Is that wallpaper? I know, Anastasia. I put it in my Facebook this morning that I was going to go on, but I was late doing that. So it's a napkin. Well, this is the napkins I got from the napkin swap on the art bar. And Angela, you and your ironing papers, honey. I swapped with Kathie Goheen, and so I got some really pretty napkins from her, and they will go in my stash to be used. You got a notification today? Wow. I love the back of this one. I love this paper, and I love the print on it. It's just simple but yet elegant. I love that. And then the butterfly one. And I love this one. I got pink flamingos. Yeah, girls, that's awesome. And a pretty rose on a white napkin, which is just beautiful. Yeah, I do too. You're so... Oh, I bet. Honey, are you okay? Other than being sore? Anastasia took a trip over a flying trip over her vacuum sweeper. Yeah. Hi, Jane. Did I say hi to you? Hi, Vicky. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. How are you? And I'm Mac. Mac Jewelry? What is your name, honey? So I can try and put it in my head. Oh, that's so sweet. I know you've been in here before, but I don't know your name. Not right now, anyway. Is it Misty? Anastasia, is that Misty? Good morning, Misty. Good morning, and thanks for being here, honey. Thanks for being here. Please subscribe if you haven't. Going to have a giveaway here pretty quick. And so, Anastasia, she's your favorite girl, huh? Well, I need to go watch her. I've been trying to slip in on you girls and watch a little bit, if you haven't noticed. Thank you. Oh, Angela, that hurts. You girls need to quit being so much like me and doing that kind of stuff. I can trip over my own feet. And it's a proven fact. I love to visit you, Joy. And I love that you're going on the camera and talking right into the camera. I think it's great. I think it's great. You do a good job. Love those cards in the paper. Oh my gosh, you hit a great haul on those papers. I know, I've done that. I've tripped over my own feet. That's no, the God honest truth. This is a piece from Kathie to go in the journal, I think. Although this would really make a beautiful journal. That teapot. I love that teapot. I collect teapots. So, and coffee pots. The drippolators. And that would so make a beautiful cover on a journal. I love that piece. Let me get this stuff out of here. Like I said, I've opened it once, so. And she sent me some tea-dyed dryer sheets. And a strip of ribbon. These are all going for the flocker. And some painty papers. I love the purple. This one got hurt just a little bit, Kathie, when it was mailed. It was a little bit wet, but I can fix it. I can fix it. But you can't really even see it. But it stuck. So when I pulled it apart, it came off a little bit. But I love the purple, and I love the purple on this and the silver. I love that. This is from Kathie. No, that is the gel string. It is. Oh, okay. Okay, I've never tried to use that stuff, so. This pretty chicken napkin. Love the chickens. I don't know if you girls noticed, but I got chickens everywhere. And this pretty paper. And this pretty ledger sheet, all inked up and painted and eco-dyed. That was eco-dyed on the paper. Now, I didn't look at it that close, but that's cool. That's cool. I have got to try that. I'm going to get some really heavy cardstock, though, if I do. He got so excited after he got woke up that it was all night. It was, we went into to Crafty Mama's, and he had me tell them that it was his birthday, and Shelly sang happy birthday to him, and it was absolutely beautiful. She has such a beautiful voice. And then I had to tell him how old he was, and he just was hovering over me with, I want a Paw Patrol cake, and I want a Paw Patrol balloon, and I want this and that, and he was just laying out his birthday. And I said, you've got 10 days yet. So you need to go in, watch cars, settle down. And he was still. Finally I said, he said, Mama, are you mad at me? And I said, no, but you need to go to bed and let me go to sleep. So he did. But it was, it was rough. I got this from Kathie, a pocket here that's so pretty. I love this pocket. I think this would be pretty in my ladies' journal, which I'm going to call the Follies of Women. Because some of them are Follies girls. Little, you know, not really racy, but a little bit. And this beautiful card holder. It's got 2 pockets and could be a third. There's 2 tabs in it. I love them both. That will be great in the journal. And the netting. And, okay, honey. And some pretty bling. And the ribbon. Look at this ribbon. I love that. Okay, Teresa. Go and do the swap meet. Did I see Olivia? Yes. Cheryl, did you not get my message on Facebook? Honey, I hadn't marked get notifications when I accepted your friendship. I didn't know she'd been born until I seen your post yesterday about Grandma here, and I went over and looked, and she is beautiful. She's a beautiful baby. How awesome. How fun. And she's got hair. My babies didn't have hair. And another ledger sheet. And a piece of time card, it looks like. And a little flip up tuck spot here with her information on it, and I had it showing, but it just tells you that she loves Creeples and shabby chic and pinks, mint green, baby blue, and vintage. I don't know if I sent you any of that. Avid camper volunteer, collects postcards, and loves history. We all knew that about our Kathie. She's a special person. And then, of course, this pretty envelope, which is, and this sack was in there. I know, it's going to make a pretty page. And this purple sack. And, they're bringing the cows back. We're going to be able to see the cows again. So, I am thrilled with that. And I'll show you my revised picture real quick. I'm kind of waiting on Jayne. Jayne. Well, I really think that I really think the clusters is a good idea. I like that idea. Number one, because we're not only, it's not only an entry into the contest that way, or the giveaway, but it will also be benefiting the foundation, the Hardest Foundation, because I can use them if you make them shabby chic. Yes, honey, you sure can. It's ozarklady01@gmail.com. No, I haven't shown it yet because part of it is on the stair steps, but I'm going to go get it. Here's my drawing that I did a little bit of last night. And I'm still not happy with my shading, but it's getting there. Yes, honey. Better yet, honey, I'll put it in the description below, and then you can get it that way. So I'm still not happy with it. I'm still wanting to do something to it, and I don't know what it is. I did a lot of shading, a lot of changing, but I wanted it to look a little Victorian, so that's the reason for the long sleeve and the ruffles. And yeah, I want it to be a little more 3D, but I think I've got it about as far as I'm going to get it. At least they don't look like they're laying completely flat on the page. And I'm just not that great at it. But I would like to use my pastels on it. And what I really would love to do is I wish that I had done this on a copy of my mother and dad's, which is 1920s, my mother and dad's marriage certificate, which I have. And I could have made a copy of that marriage certificate and then put this on it. And I think it would have looked awesome. And so, Anastasia, I've had back surgery too. And I still have problems. But anyway, that's the revised, and it's not very dark yet, but I was playing around with a number 2 pencil, so I didn't have any of my artist pencils downstairs, so I just got a pencil out of the drawer. No, I drew that out of my head with my hands, and I had the man's hand, I had his thumb going in like this. Like this. And it looked more like an ape hand than it did a man's hand. But I was using my left hand as a guide. Or my right, yeah, and this is his right hand under there. So I was like, something's wrong with this. Something's wrong. I can't figure out what's wrong. Well, one of the girls in Beginning Crafters said that his thumb was too long, and it was. So I shortened it down, and it looked better. It looked better after I shortened it down, and would have worked that way if I wanted his hand to be real stiff. But I had the top of his thumb going inward instead of out, and your thumb naturally turns out. So anyway, once I realized that, I laid my right hand down and I thought, well, that's what's wrong. I've got the wrong, the wrong thumb on the wrong hand. So I turned it and changed it, and I was like, okay, I can live with that one, even though it's not great. I can live with that one. Let me go get my stuff that I'm going to put in my box, and I'll get my box out, and I will show you part of what I've got in this swap. Now you know that you're all gonna get one of these, and I'm gonna turn you down just a little bit. So this part of, you're gonna get a cup this size, because everybody likes my cup. Come on, focus. Thank you. So that'll be part of it. And let me go downstairs real quick. Okay, I'm back. Are we still focused? All right. I went to Walmart with Tom to get oh, help me. Well, to get supplies and stuff. And while I was there, I was walking down the craft aisle because I need the flowers still. And I'm going to take you live on that trip with me to the wholesale florist. I found these. Now, I don't know if y'all need paint, but I don't know any crafter that couldn't use a set of paints. And it's a full set. And it was on sale, girls. I mean, it was unbelievable. So, this is called Essentials. And of course, it is just Craft Barrel. But for our mixed media and the painty papers and that kind of thing. Hi, Tammy. Good to see you, honey. So that will be part of it.
Oh my, Miss Dalery.
Huh?
Miss Dalery.
Yeah, I know. He's bringing back the... I bought some glue for you.
Well, you just took off already.
I bought a set of brushes to go with the paint. I bought a silver and gold marker. These are paint markers. And I love these. I love these. They're great in mixed media and drawing and doing, and the tacky glue. And I probably might, come on, get back in here. Focus. Focus. Come on. Don't want to. Silly thing.
Mama, you missed Dalery.
I know.
You already took off and stuff.
I seen him. Are we focused? Got a little better? Hello. Oh, peep batchins. Anyway, oh, honey, I'm sorry. Did you have fun running today? So anyway, this is part of it. And hopefully, I might be able to pick up a few things more and add to it. And but this is our start. And this box, which will be all decorated. And these are nice brushes. They're not great. I mean, they're not like they're real expensive, but for mixed media or watercolors, I think they'll be just fine. And they're kind of a student grade, so that's that. Get them laid back down in there. And I don't know anything about this tacky glue, but you know, I have been finding that a lot of the glue is as good as what you know, the higher priced stuff. I know I had a guy that I knew a man, or my mother and dad did, that he worked in a hair plant that did permanents for hair. And he said to go buy you the cheapest perm that you can buy, because all of them were the exact same formula. They just changed containers. Yes, it is a nice box. And this is the one. I'm going to turn you back up a little bit now. This is the one. Up, 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 up. I'm about to lose you. Hang on. Okay. Oh. Bixby. Close. Lost him, Tom. I hit that stupid Bixby that's on this phone. Okay, now get you back here where you can see this. Okay, this is one that we decorated online here. This is the box. And so it'll probably be something like this. If you don't like shabby chic, I'm not going to decorate it until after you let me, after somebody wins, and I will ask you what you like, and I will decorate it in the style that you like. But shabby chic is my style, and this is what I do. And this is a 1930s paper doll. And I bought two of them at the flea market. And I bought them just for, well, I don't know why I bought them. I bought their dresses too. Hello.
Something fell, Mom.
Hey, you're on the ceiling dancing. Are you dancing?
Something fell off.
Are you dancing? Okay, here we go. Now, do not go. It did.
Hi, I'm Bixby. It's great to
You
meet
can
you.
just
Just
go off
press
of there,
and hold the
Bixby.
Bixby key when... To continue, I need you to sign...
No, girls. I've had you dancing on the ceiling, and I have a program, Google Voice, or like, Alexa type thing. But that is the most aggravating thing I have ever seen in my life. Good morning, Connie. Yeah, Anastasia's dive, yes. Like I said, my tripod is nothing but a little toy. It just falls over at the drop of a touch. So, anyway, I will do it in your style, but this is one I did. So, but I will decorate it to suit you. So that's the gift. Yeah, Bixby is not my boyfriend. I'd have him out the door so fast it'd make his head spin. And I can do it too, girls. So anyway, my box is getting heavy, and still got one of these to go in it. But I got to go shopping for this. So anyway, that's what I've got planned. And like I said, it's not a whole lot, but it's coming from the heart. So, and there is one other thing. There is one other thing that I've almost forgot. This journal is going to the winner. So, hi, Gloria. So, this is going to be part of it. And I hope you all will enjoy it. And this is our, this is our group. I call this your journal anyway, because you all helped me make this with all your kindness and your generosity. So this is going to be part of it, and that'll probably be about it. Unless I find a surprise or two. Yeah, I love the butterflies too, and this turned out so pretty. And you all helped me make it. So I want to, it's going to be a gift to you all to get it back. But it's going to be hard to part with, because I just absolutely love it. And so anyway, this is just the butterfly journal. Connie, have you not been in when I've shown this? This is so pretty. This is my first tuck. And this is a 5-pocket envelope, and it has all sorts of butterfly cards in it all the way down. And we've got this one in it, and then this one, and then a tag, and then another strip. And then this is a card that opens and can be used either way. And it tucks in, and then there's a little mouse right here with some flowers on him. And a little tuck right here on the side of the flower. And it holds that in. So anyway, I love these. These are made out of envelopes, so they're all very colorful. But we have a pocket here. Oops, I can't get it around to show you. And a pocket back behind. Whoops. A pocket behind that one. Mary, you're fumbling. I am fumbling around. And it's not that hard to do, because they're big pockets. And then the big tag goes all the way to the back, so it can go down. And this one goes in the sack. And this is big enough for you to put a lot of goodies in. So it really made a nice one. With some, this is a little fairy charm that was sent to me by a friend in Australia. And this doily I thought was hooked. I think it may have got pulled through the signature. No, because it's sewn there. So anyway, there's a green doily in this that I may have to lay out. And this is one of my little clusters that I made to go in it. And then some pretty papers. And I didn't do anything to the papers, because the butterflies speak for themselves. This is a picture that I loved. And then there's this music spot here, made out of a butterfly card, and more butterflies. And then another tuck spot here with some painted papers. And a card that says love. And some lace down the side. I need to get it off of this box. That would help me a little bit. And there's some cardstock in it Thank you, honey. They're 20 years old at least. But I do love them. I love hearts. And then I made this out of ATC that was sent to me. Absolutely love it. And I can't remember who sent it to me now, but whoever did, it's beautiful and I love it. Honey, I'm thinking about about July 15th, somewhere around in there. I'm take clusters on the 5th. Well, we started that the 15th this month, and so anyway, you have to the 15th of July to send them in, which gives you an entry into the. I am feeling good today. It gives you to the 15th of July to send them in. If you're overseas, I know that they might be delayed. It will not stop you from getting into the giveaway. And then the giveaway I will do probably the 1st of August is what I'm thinking. I want to give everybody at least a month to get their stuff in. That's what I'm thinking. Now these plans are they're not set in stone yet because that's what I've kind of got in mind. Anyway, I just put a big colorful butterfly in this pocket because it was so colorful with that one anyway. Yes, I'm going to put up a video and I'm going to talk about all of it. And here's some of my stained paper. This is something that I do in almost all of my journals. I love the greens and the pinks. And here's a little cluster I made. And girls, the clusters do not have to be perfect. I would just like for them to be shabby chic because I'm going to make a shabby chic journal to go to the Hardest Foundation. And all of the clusters that come in will go to the Hardest Foundation via the journal. So, and there's my bicycle, which I just love those things. And then another pocket with the butterflies and the flowers. And just a pretty little card there. This is one that was sent me. This is one that was sent me. Like I said, this is you girls' journal to start with. I did put a little glittery piece on that page. And there's still lots of journaling spots. This is a tuck spot. There's a little, as you can see, a little butterfly card down in it. Lace and buttons and that kind of thing. Here's a nice little card here that was sent to me. And this beautiful sheet of paper was given to me. And it's covered with some vellum. And then, of course, Missouri bluebirds, which I have to throw in because I absolutely love my bluebirds. I like all the birds, but I love the bluebirds. And then this is a little envelope that opens here. And you can tuck a little secret note on the inside or scribble a little secret on the inside or whatever you want to do. Yes, pastels. And or white. If you don't have any pastels, just use white. Lace, buttons, bling, anything like that, honey. This will be a vintage woman's journal. And I have all the images already pulled down. And I've got tea-dyed paper to put in it. And I've got, I'm going to do some staining and do some colored paper. Because all of the images, my printer was running out of ink and all of my images are in tones of light pinks and things like that. And they're just awesome. And I'm going to use them. So here's another little cluster I made. So, but they can be simple or they can be as frilly as you want to make them. You just start making and just go to town. I don't care. You can use cheesecloth, you can use lace, you can use just a really pretty silky material, you can use cotton, you can use just, you know, I've used, I lost a tag from somewhere. Right here. There's one of my little clusters that fell out of the book. So, anyway, here's a pretty rose sheet. And there's going to be some roses and some vintage stuff like that in it. So, color would be fine. And here's another butterfly tab. And these are like buttons that was put on. These were sent to me by Marlena. Bless her heart. She brought me a whole carload of stuff. And I'm using it and loving every bit of it. And here is a little daisy. If I get it turned over right. Here's a little daisy charm. Got to have some flowers with your butterflies. And this is a collage I made. And this actually kind of just slides down. It is pinned on with a little pin and a rose. And my signature heart. Got to have some hearts in it. And this is made with, and this is something you can do too, this is ink on your dryer sheets. I just inked it up and pulled it together like a little bow. It's put on a little wooden piece with a little calling card. And then there's this in the front pocket.
I can't go and see my brother or anything.
We may later. Don't worry about your birthday. It's not time yet. It's not time yet. And yes, you are. Yes, you.
See my brother.
No, you're worried about your birthday. You just go downstairs and quit worrying about your birthday. It's going to get here.
It's going to get here.
It will get here. Anyway, and this is one of the cards. Another strip of love. Now sent me in these pockets. All of these are done with a sack, so there's lots of room for taking things. So that's Michelle's idea, and it's wonderful. And I've got to try Abby's new pockets. So some more floral paper and some pink paper. Little lace along the edges. Another, well, come on, what's going on here? My little moon was hung. This is a little dangle that was sent to me by my friend in Australia. Her name is Wendy. And here is another pocket that's like that. And it has some stickers, some raised stickers. And then this pretty card. One of my painty papers. Another butterfly. I hope y'all are seeing this well, because I'm not doing this too good. Another card that says beautiful. And another little journal card. And another tag that was sent to me in Happy Mail from one of the groups, from Pink Poodle Group. And I absolutely, and I wrote it down somewhere, but I cannot tell you who sent this, but I love the black and white. And if you're in the group here, please tell me so I will know. So I can say your name. And then I love this, girls, and I put this in there for us because it says, remember the good times. And if there's one thing that we do in this group, it's have fun. And I want to keep it that way. So that is my sentiment to all of us, is just remember the good times. And then these raised stickers that Marlena sent me are just absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Look at that bicycle. The flowers are raised. The little flower pot is raised. And there's a little snail down here by it. And then a little mandala tuck card that you can write on the back. And here is another cluster that was made. And it is on the same page as just a little short sheet that I put a little flower pot and a little butterfly on. It's supposed to be under it, not over it, and then some more of my paper that I've dyed. No, this is our echo dyed. This is where we were dyeing leaves. We did the leaves on that one. So, and another floral. And another small one with a, this is about the end of the second signature. A little basket of flowers and a little butterfly over the top. Some ledger paper. It's been ink stained. And then this is one of my favorite Mimi's right here. And I added it to the book because I just absolutely love it. And it says, a friend is one who strengthens you with prayers, blesses you with love, and encourages you with hope. So I really love that. And since I was planning this for a friend or friends in this group, I wanted those in there. And here's, I turned the book upside down doing that. Okay, and here's another little cluster here, a raised one. And I think I showed you that. I don't know. We'll try it again because I went backwards there somehow, girls. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Okay, and then this floral. And another piece of deli paper. Or that is a piece of deli paper. Another cluster that I made. The butterfly bowl, which is just absolutely awesome. Another little envelope. It doesn't have anything in it, so I'm not going to open this one up, with a tag. It's made to be a pocket too, so you can put a little surprise thing in there. You can put a little butterfly in it or whatever you want to keep. It is on cardstock, so it'll hold the weight. This pretty piece of paper is my center, and I left the tabs. I don't have any heartstrings on them, but I did leave the tabs. This is a paper that we echo dyed, and then I stamped it with a gold butterfly. Some beautiful green paper. That's that cardstock. And this was sent to me. So again, this was a gift from you all. And I can't thank you enough for allowing me to make this journal, let alone to be able to give it away to you. And I hope that whoever gets it will love it as much as I do. The rest of the deli paper, and another picture of the Missouri Bluebirds. And another cluster on this one. And good journaling spots. This is a stamped butterfly in the middle of this ledger paper. And more journaling spots. And here's another beautiful image with roses. And another spot here that you can write on with a tag on it. And then the last big pocket in the book is this one. And this is a cluster that has it has 2 layers of lace, one yellow and one white, that I kind of ruffled. A stick-on butterfly, which you can just glue on. And then another of the pretty tags like that. And the butterflies. And if you wanted to throw in a tag, it'd be all right too, girls. And some pretty paper, again, just to write on. Another full strip of butterflies. And then this card, which says, "You are wonderful, darling." And that probably blurred because I didn't hold it still long enough for you to see it. There we go. It says, "You are wonderful, darling." I forget the papers blur, and I'm sorry because I've been doing that really fast. So anyway, there is more tucked back there, I think. There's another big long strip of them. And on the last page is one of our deli paper flowers that we made with a little bling in the center. And another little charm. That is another daisy. And then across the back is where I put the lace, and it goes all the way under the signatures and comes out the other side so that it is tied to the inside and not the outside. And I don't know where the little green doily goes, and I've got to put the cluster back in, but that's the journal, and that is going to go to in the, and I planned that all along, that this would go in my giveaway. And a lot of the butterflies on the front and stuff are 3D. I have not decoupouged it. If you want to, you can do that. I have never done that. I don't know that it's necessary, but you know, a lot of people do. If you feel like it needs it, you're welcome to do it. Because I'm done. I'm done right here. So, you know, I hope you enjoy it. It's very clean. It doesn't have a lot of lace in it, but I didn't want a lot of lace. I wanted you to be able to journal in it, and I wanted you to be able to enjoy the butterflies, and that's the main thing. And I will figure out where this was supposed to have gone. It was probably in a tuck, and find a page for this one. So that's my giveaway. Has Janie woke up yet? Is Janie in here? Because I really hate to open my gift without her. I don't want to. I don't want to open my package without her. She's such a sweetheart. I hope so. Like I said, I don't have girls, but what I've got, I'm willing to share. You all have helped me and given to me so much that I want to give back a little bit. And so the things I have in mind is, and possibly a cluster and a tag, because those are the things that take the longest to make, and I have to have this journal done by mid-July to be able to get it in her auction in August, so that she can get it listed on the auction things and, you know, get ready for it. So I really need to get it to her as fast as possible. So that's why I said to cut off on July 15th, and that way I can get all of the embellishments put in it then quickly and to her. I imagine she was with Stacy on all night. Yeah. I figured her and Pauline they were winding up on sugar. I figured they'd be up most of the night. They'd had candy and was going for the ice cream and I don't know what all when I left, but I was buffering so bad I couldn't stay in it anyway. Couldn't see a thing they were doing. She was with Danina. And we're expecting a few storms possible this afternoon. Don't you girls love my weather update that I get every morning in our live stream? With that pretty little bell? I won't take them off, though, because I don't know how to plan my day if I do. Because if the weather's going to change, I'll start feeling it here in a little bit. Yes, we need rain. We need rain here. We've had sprinkles, but we had a lot of rain in April and the 1st of May, and then it turned off hot, and now we've had a couple of rains, and there's parts of Missouri that is getting a lot of rain and parts that are not. So we need some rain here. I went outside and things are dry, very dry. Oh, honey, I love paper beads. They are addicting. I love paper beads. Oh my gosh, Tammy. Tammy. That's bad. Honey, it's very bad. Yeah, we had a lot of rain for May, but non June's been drying out on us here. Well, he may do it. What's he going to do in Arkansas? I used another little bead for an end cap. I just put a little bead on top. As long as it doesn't go down in the hole of your... So I had a bead and then my paper bead and then a bead on the bottom. And Blues Festival? Oh, wow. How fun is that? Oh, Carla. Wow. Well, mine's going... Well, actually, it's not holding too bad. But then I get a different view of it from up here. Because I can see all of it from up here. But... In fact, I love the view from this from this room. It looks out over my front yard and my bird feeder and my pond, and I haven't seen my crane this year. And I'd sure like to see him. Yes, Anita, I'm going to have to come that way. When do they do the art show there in Carthage? I would love to come to that. Oh, excuse me, girls. I've got a yawn. I would really love to come to that. Maybe we could get together for it if it hasn't already been done. Okay. I'd come down there and meet you for lunch, and then we could go to the art show. That'd be a lot of fun. The last time that they had it, when I went, they had it in the community building, I believe. Okay. It's a plan. It's a date. We can get it done. It's a date. And so, of course, you know, if it's on Tom's doctor's appointment day, that's blown it out of the saddle. Or if he has a grand mal seizure, it blows it out of the saddle. But I will try. I will try. His seizure he had yesterday, girls, was very mild. It was very mild compared to what he normally has. So, I really felt bad. I felt bad that you all had to go through it with me, because it's very, I don't know. It's just, I didn't know what to do with the phone. I was fumbling. And normally I handle them just fine, but I was fumbling yesterday when that happened. I was trying to get the box out of his hand. He had a death grip on it, and all of that styrofoam was in that box. And I thought, oh, Lord, if he pours that out, I will never get it cleaned up. You know, the mind is racing 1,000 miles an hour. And so all I could think of was hold on to that box and put the girls down, because you don't want to try and clean that up and you hurting. So... And he grips when he has a seizure. Of course he gets stiff and he grips tight with his hand. And I mean, he had his hand in that box and he had a death grip on it. It was just, I finally got it out. Finally got it out and got it set down, but he was done with it by the time I got the box away from him. But he loved everything, and he did go through it over and over again last night. And finally, I made him put it under his bed so he he would leave it alone for a while. But he's still worried today. He wants to go to his brother's, and I know he wants to go down there to show him his watch and to tell him about his birthday. He'll not stop now. I had heard to hold even a Coke on the back of the neck, that something cold would sometimes shock him out of it. I have never done that, but I do rub his neck and his back, and I talk to him most usually all the way through it because they can hear. Their sense of smell is strange, their sense of taste is strange, but hearing they still can do. They may not remember it, but they can hear it, and it does penetrate through. Because one time when he was 4 years old, he was having one, and he was laying on the couch, and that commercial for Metamucil come on. It said, "It's Metamucil, Mom." That's what that was the commercial. And he raised up out of that seizure, and he said, "It's Metamucil, Mom," and laid right back down and went back into it. And I was like, whoa, because I had no idea that they could hear. I always sang to him and I always talked to him anyway, but I never knew he could hear that clearly while he was having a seizure. And that come out so plain. So plain. I mean, he stopped having the seizure to say it. It was just part of it. He was just, "It's Metamucil, Mom." I will never forget it. I will never forget it. He's always been my kid. Excuse me, girls. I've got to find a Kleenex. See, and I've got some here somewhere, I think. I don't know what set my nose to run, and there's a paper towel. That'll work. I think they're still in the sewing room. He's always been my kid to say the cute things. He was two-gun-handed, and he had the bell bows, and he wanted hand-hold eggs. He loved hard-boiled eggs, and he wanted hand-hold eggs. And he was just always the one that did that funny stuff. My other son was the type who said, "Mama, how is that made?" And he might have been talking about a rock, or about the glasses, or about anything. He was curious about how it was made. And he is a carpenter by profession, and he is a perfectionist, and he has always been that way. Very analytical on things. I mean, he can look them over and just be, and Tommy just been Tommy and happy-go-lucky. We were driving down the road one day, and he had started developing hair on his arms and his legs. And he said, Mom, I've got hair on my legs." And I said, "Well, yes, honey, it's because you're getting older, and older people grow hair on their legs and stuff." He says, "I like me just the way I am." And he meant it, but he didn't stay that way. Oh, honey, it's, you're welcome, but I don't know how I inspire anybody. I just barely hang on by a thread. I'm like a cat hanging off the ceiling sometimes. You girls inspire me, though. You make me happy. And the one thing I can tell you, though, is these children are just pure love. Now, he gets angry. He's got a temper. But he never wants anything except for me to love him. If I get mad, he just absolutely cannot stand it. And sometimes he'll say, "Mama, are you mad at me?" And I said, "Well, no, I love you." And he'll just, he just has to know. He just has to know. And right now, he's probably thinking I'm mad at him because I told him to go downstairs and quit worrying about his birthday. But we even marked the calendar last night because, and he does this. And the sad part about it is that he might go into what they call a fugue state, and not even remember his birthday when it's over with. That's the sad part. I have to remind him that we had it and what we did, and I have to put the memories back in his head. And so I do. I tell him every step of that we've made. And so that he keeps that memory, because otherwise he does. But now, sometimes in 6 months, I have seen him go as long as 6 months and never tell us what he done when he went with somebody, or whether he had fun. And then out of the blue, he will tell you everything he did and everything they done and all the stuff that was funny, and he can tell you the whole story like it was yesterday. Tom was born with brain damage due to a drug that they give me. My doctor give me a triple dose of a drug called Spartacin. And I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on air. I hope not. I hope it's not going to cause a problem. I think it's off the market now, but he gave me a triple dose of the drug to stop my labor when I was in labor. And he had given me drugs to start my labor because I was having just back pain. He gave me a triple dose of it so he could go to the horse races with his nurse's assistant. And it burned his head like a cigarette burn all over his head. So he has seizures because he has points all over his head that does not receive the nerve signals. Tommy, we will go in a little bit, okay? We will go in a little bit. We'll go show your brother, okay? If he's home, yeah. Yeah, we'll go down to your brother's if he's home. Okay? I'm just wanting to show him my new watch. But anyway, that was when he was a baby, and I didn't see him for 2 weeks because I had staph infection, and I wasn't able to get up out of bed to go see him. And finally went up in a wheelchair and held him. And no, he didn't. He didn't. We sued him, but he didn't. And of course, it all went to Tom. So it is how we bought this farm. Then we got enough to put a down payment on this farm. And but girls, my Tom is a gift from God. Pure and simple. Yes, the doctor may have caused it, but my Tom is a gift from God, as is all of our children. But when you have a child that gives you unconditional, pure love, it's amazing. He doesn't ask for anything. He doesn't, other than, I want to watch, or I want this. I mean, he's like a normal kid. He does do that. But the love is still the same as with a little child. The love stays the same. Now, my oldest son comes to see me, not my oldest son, but my other son. I love him dearly, and he's a good man, and he's raised good children, and I am proud of him. But he works all the time. So he usually comes to see me when he wants Mama to do something for him, or I have to go see them. And, he just doesn't have time. Tommy always has the time. Yeah, typical grown man. And well, no, he was not raised that way, honey. We went every week and done something for my mother and dad or Herb's mother and dad, and we made time every week to go and see them at least for a couple of hours. We didn't, it wasn't hard to get a couple hours in, and I don't think it would be hard for him if he would try. Yeah, that's the way he is. It just he's a working man. And well, we won the suit against him and against the drug company because he said the drug company did not give him advice on how to use that, which they couldn't prove whether they had or not, um, because the representative that came no longer worked for them, and they didn't have any proof that he said it. Don't use over one dose or 20 grams or whatever. Yeah, yeah, he put it off on somebody else. But it's funny, the nurse practitioner just disappeared. Just disappeared. Off the face of the earth. Never could find her, never could track her down. She wasn't in the hospital records. She wasn't in any records anywhere. And they had me down. I had, during my pregnancy, I had also had, what is it, toxemia? Where that you blow, where you get too much fluid. I was so big that Herb couldn't put his arms around me. And my feet were so swelled, it was pitiful. And they've had me down as weighing 145 pounds when I came in to have Tom. Now, girls, I didn't weigh 145 pounds when I went in to have Tom because that was my normal weight back then. you know. Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't weigh 145 pounds after I had him either because I had put on some weight. I weighed 205 pounds when I went in to have Tom from 145. And my belly was so big that Herb could not put his arms around. The nurse practitioner gave me the drug on his orders. So, she was just gone. And they falsified hospital records. I did not sue the hospital, but I wish I had it. I wish I had it. Because I could have just on that right there. Yeah, she just disappeared. I mean, literally, she was on record nowhere. Not in his office, not in the hospital. She was on record nowhere. We had no idea other than a first name, and they could not track her down with just a first name. So, yes, yes. No, I did go to my home, a small hospital. But you know what? I didn't think anything about it. I was pregnant. I was pregnant and I was going to have a baby, and I didn't think I was going to have any trouble having babies. I was broad across the hips and I, I just didn't think I'd ever have any trouble. But I laid there 46 hours, 48 hours. No. No. But anyway, enough of that. That's old history. That's old history. Tom's almost 45 now, and they didn't think he'd ever make it. And look at him. He does well for for what all went on in his life and the seizures that he has, and by the grace of God, I still have him. And I can tell you this: his seizures are much worse, most usually, and 1 in 1,000. So if you can support the Epileptic Foundation in any way, 1 in 1,000 people die every day from epilepsy. And with the type of seizures that he's having, it's a possibility. So that's something that I have to face. And I'm not going to face that alone, girls, because I've got you with me. So I thank you for that. I thank you for that. It doesn't look to me like Jayne's going to come in. I'm about to ready to rip into this box. I'm telling you, it's big. It's big. I may put on my bathing suit and go down there and hop in their pool, even if they're not home. They've got an above-ground pool that they sunk into the ground part way and put it out by their patio, and they had it out just out in the yard, and they decided they wanted it closer and stuff. So Kathie sent me my Flocker's journal, and I should be doing that, but I'm not. Amber, were you here when I showed my hands? This was my final deal on my hands, and I darkened the man's hand down because I thought, man's hands were tanned back then. They rode horses, and they still are, and they worked, so I darkened the man's hand down with a little shading and left hers whiter. And I want to do the pastels on it really bad, but I'm afraid I'll mess it up. I'm afraid I'll mess it up. I may take a copy of it before I do it and do it that way. And I'm thinking about cutting part of it off. I think his arm is too long, and I think we need to cut it off. But anyway, she sent the stuff for the Blocker Journal, and oh, honey, I'm not that, no. I've drawn a lot all my life, and I really do enjoy drawing. But, yeah, there's a lot of things I'm not real good at doing, but crafting is not one. I'm pretty good at crafting. And I'm not trying not to toot my own horn, but it's something that I love. I went to quilting instead of crafting because I didn't really have a place to craft. And so I could quilt in my downstairs. So I could set up a sewing machine down there. And I loved quilting. And then I got into free motion quilting. And that gave me an applique and free motion quilting. And the applique fed my creative spirit that I had buried, actually. So I started making applique baby quilts and applique quilts and doing that kind of stuff. And that was like drawing to me. That was like drawing. And Gail mine done that the other day. It still wasn't the same. When I picked up that pencil in the journal and drew the praying hands, I was stunned. I was stunned. But I don't know how to describe it. When I pick up the pencils, it's just like energy just flows down my hand. And I'm not bragging, but I'm just, it's like it should be there. Like it belongs there. Do you understand that? You know what I mean? Where the quilting and the applique was all fun, but there's something about holding that pencil that just, I just have this, I don't know, it's different. Even though, I hold one to write, it's different when I put it down to paper. But I don't have that much talent. I really don't. There's so many better artists than I am out there. And but it's one of my problems is I've never stuck with anything. I've never stuck with anything. I do something, I say, oh, I can do that, and I was done. I'd make something else and I'd say, oh, I can do that, and I was done. I oil painted, I said, okay, I did that, I was done. I just had no desire to go any farther than to know that I could do it. Good or bad. Except for this. Except for this. Stickmen are art. Stickmen are art. Don't forget it. Stickmen are art. You can take that stickman and you can draw him in any position that you want, and you can write a whole complete story with a stickman. And it's art. So whatever you doodle, whatever you do with that pencil, it's art. It is art, and you are the artist. How many times have you seen stickman cartoons? You know, a lot of times. A lot of times. And my mother used to doodle some absolutely beautiful women on paper. She always doodled when she was on the phone. She just sat and she would just draw pictures of women. And, I've drawn my husband and my mother and my dad and some of my babies. I done a pastel of one of my nieces, and I like to do it, but I have to be in the mood. It has to be. Your stick men look like they're melting. Well, you put over the top of it, you caption snow. All that's left is frame, or I'm praying for snow or something. Yeah, like Salvador Dali. You know, most people are intimidated by drawing. And I know there's some people that are probably, that, you know, really feel like they can't. I know Stacy's one of them, and actually she can if she wanted to. Look at the art she produces. Her painting was good. And if she can do that with a brush, the only problem that she was having with that brush is that she was trying to hold it like a pencil, which put too much pressure on it. When a brush, you want to relax your fingers and let that paint flow out of the brush, you know, not bear down on it and bring it out. You want to let it flow out. And that most people just don't see, and this is the reason that this is a good exercise. Put something in front of you like this coffee cup. Now, and I'm not good at this, girls, but I've been there and I've done this, and this is one of the things that they tried to teach us. Look at your coffee cup. Set it down in front of you. Have your piece of paper in front of you and your pencil on that paper. And then you close your eyes and draw the cup. Don't open your eyes. Don't open your eyes. You close your eyes and draw the cup. And see how your mind sees the cup. I'm not good at lettering. I'm not good at lettering. My mother had beautiful cursive writing. I wanted to kind of put this on where it said Holy Matrimony, kind of back underneath here, some way or another, and put some lines down here like for witnesses. My mother could have done that because her writing was absolutely gorgeous. It was that, you know, she was raised in the 20s when they taught cursive. They don't teach us to write anymore. And that's sad. It's sad. And really, they didn't bother to teach a whole lot of it when I was in school. And I was in school, in the 60s. And it just, it's sad that I'm not getting a thing accomplished. I could. Well, the 3D comes with the shading, and that is something I'm not good at either. Um, well, we did it in grade school, but then after we got out of grade school, it was just like, okay, we taught them they can just do without it. It's sad. That's sad, because cursive writing. Cursive writing is an art form in itself. And, but that's all right, girls. We will be able to send secret coded messages in one of these days. They will be calling on us to do that for the military or something, because we are equipped to do it in cursive that nobody else can read. you know? But it's going to be a lost art form. And I'm so glad that there are still calligraphers out there that still will use the pen like it ought to be used, which I can't do. I can't do. I absolutely cannot do it. I've tried. But, I don't know. Yes, how do they have a signature? They don't. Because we've been told now that we should scrawl. Let me find a piece of paper here. That if we're going to write a signature, we should just do it like that. Just absolutely. You may have one more little curl in there somewhere. That's the way people sign their checks, and they sign their documents, and they sign their stuff. That's why you have the printed line up above it, because nobody can read your signatures. So you have to print it and sign it, which is silly. Can't read it, what good is it? And X would just do just as well. We're sliding here, in my opinion, and this is not to be political or anything, but girls, our educational system is sliding, and is sliding, for one thing, by a lot of government rhetoric. They're not allowed to teach. They're not allowed to teach. They don't have time to teach. And they're not allowed to discipline. And they're not allowed to do a lot of things. And I'm telling you, I know that nobody wants their kids to be spanked in school, but discipline. When you've got 30 children, you have got to have a little bit of control. Because I have two, and let me tell you that they can get the best of me. I have a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old that I keep, most of the time. And you better have some way to have. They will never get my fingerprint if I can help it. If I can help it. That we don't teach anymore. We're dropping things off because there's not time for them. Cursive is one of them. Well, the kids aren't going to use it anyway because they're going to use tablets and computers. What if we could become a world without technology? If they drop a bomb, they've got things now that they can run over with an airplane, and it interrupts all of the signals to this whole country, and it can, or it could. So what happens then? What happens then? Where is our communication? When we don't have a telephone, again, or we don't have a telegraph, again, which we could hook up a telegraph, or an old-fashioned telephone, landline. But you'd have to have somebody on the other end knowing that you were going to do that. But your computers are down. All your documents are down. All your documents are lost. All your history is lost. We're no longer publishing books. They're coming out on the Kindles. Uh, it is just, no, they could not read the Constitution. Our government would fall because of the lack of education. That's the way I feel. We need to continue to teach these kids as much we can possibly cram into their heads in the short time that we have them, and then we should let them go outside and not send home homework for them to do for the next 10 hours. We should let them go outside and play and romp and get away from the technology a little bit, because they're not doing, they sit. My 4-year-old, her whole goal in coming over here is having my phone. Having my phone. Can I have your phone, Gigi? She's a YouTube nut at 4 years old, 5 years old. It just kills me. I sent my kids out with well, sorry, you don't want to hear this, but we live on a farm. BB guns and baseball bats and balls, and they climbed trees and they trapped animals. You know, they learned how to build their own rabbit trap. You know, we were out there. Yeah, they don't play outside, and they don't. I'm fuzzed out again. Come on, focus. Well, we lived on the farm, so their grandpa taught them how to make rabbit traps, and they were little. And once they caught a rabbit, and then it was like, Mama, 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 there's something in our trap. And I had to go out and tilt the box up, and you know, the stupid rabbit tried to climb up the back of the box instead of going out after I dumped it, and I finally shook him out of it, and they go, oh, it's a little bunny. And of course it ran off, and we didn't bait the rabbit traps anymore. They sat out there, but they never did really use them again. But you know, my boy Clint, I told you he had a very analytical mind. When he was 4 years old, he took a Hemi engine apart, piece by piece, left it laying on the ground. Herb never did get it put back together with all the screws and nuts and bolts. I have no idea how he took it apart like that. That was what he, you know, that's the kind of kid he was, and that's the kind of kid Tommy was. And if Tommy he got disciplined just like any other kid. If he done something wrong, you know, like breaking eggs in the chicken house and things like that. I'm going to move you over a little bit and see if we can get this to clear up. Like breaking eggs in the chicken house or doing that kind of thing. They all got in trouble. You know, not just one, because my nephews and stuff is out here all the time. It is. But it's sad, because that was in the 1990s. And yes, this may be 2018, and their kids may be getting out of school, but this was not that long ago. Tommy's 45. It's not like this was 100 years ago. You know, this was when he was 10. Is it focusing on my cup? Okay. Will that clear it up, maybe? Hey, there I am. I told it to focus on my hands this morning because I thought I might be drawing. And it is. Sorry, girls. It was to focus on my hands. But I haven't done a thing. Nothing. And I don't, if Jayne was up late, I really don't want to do this without her. Do you think we could do a second day on it, maybe? Maybe Monday? and get her involved. I mean, she said me and Tom could share it, but I don't know what it is. I could just open it and just say, Janie, 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 what you sent me, thank you, thank you, thank you. Which I would. You know that. But look at the size of this box she sent. It's, it's pretty good size. It's not real heavy. There. That's it. Okay, let's open this thing. That's a plan. Let's open this thing. Well, I don't know about that because my kids watch that kind of stuff too. Shoot, they watch Superman and he was always on the bad guys, and they watch Bo and Duke Luke jumping cars and everything else, and they didn't ever go out and junk cars, but, well, at least not that I know of. And I don't want to know. And I don't want to know. Okay. We have some cool bubble wrap. Look at this stuff. I've never seen any of that. The air pockets. Okay, I'm gonna have to put it down because I can't look over it this morning. And that air pocket. Good morning, Clara. What? Oh my gosh, she sent me an antique ice pick. Girls, she sent me an antique ice pick and it even has the wording on it. Oh my gosh. Cold alone is not enough. Cold alone is not enough. She sent me an antique ice pick. Is that not awesome? And it says on the handle, cold alone is not enough. And then there has been the phone number on the back. It says phone 39558. This is from Janie. I've decided to open it and she can watch the replay. Well, I had help. Yes, I opened it. But that is so cool, and that will just stay right up here in my goodies because I love that. And then she sent me some eyelash trim around this bubble wrapped this may have been where the ice pick was. I don't know. That may be the tip of it. But I'm going to get in there to find out. Yeah. Come on. I need to turn this down so you can see. I'll turn it down. Because I'm... well, it's... I think that was the tip of the ice pick. I think she had it packaged like that. That's what it was. She had it like that. Hi, Sybil. And then she sent me this ribbon with these tiny little keys hung to it. Aren't those pretty? Those will make pretty charms on Our Lady's journal. And look at this piece. That's deli paper. Beautiful. It looks like it's eco-dyeing. But I don't know. It just tea dyed, I think. Coffee dyed. Smells good. And look at the music. Is that not beautiful? It's so dark on the back side. Oh, honey, I've used an ice pick forever. Okay, I'm going to read the card. It's thinking of you. Okay, the tooth it's wrapped in old paper. It says she found it in a estate sale in Glendale, Arizona. And in the antique houses that sell. That I hope you will like. She sent me this. It says it's got a little heart on it. See that little tiny heart? And this says, and this was in the card, it says, just be yourself. Life is too short to be someone else. I love that. I love that. She signed it Jayne with a dozen E's. I love that because I called her Jayne forever. I called her Jayne. Okay. We've got tissue paper, but I think it's just was protecting the items in the box. Yes. Okay. Oh my gosh, girls. Now I've got to turn you back up. Look at my hummingbird. Is that not beautiful? Oh, Mary, this has batteries on the bottom. I'm not sure if the sensor works. So turn on and off. But thought you would enjoy this. Put some fake moss in the bottom too. Love ya. Oh my! Can you see that? Is that not wonderful? Can you see? It's fuzzed. Come on, hand, do your job. Come on, do your job. Can you see him flying? Oh my gosh, that is just the most awesome thing I ever seen in my life. Hi, Sybil. I just... That's such a neat thing. Boy, really flutters like one too. Oh, it didn't go off. Okay. Now come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, she sent me a butterfly tucked in the old lace, which I'll use every bit of that. And this paper is wonderful. I think she sent me I don't know. I don't know, but oh, quit buzzing out. Quit. There we come back. I'm going to have to get a little closer to you to keep it in. Okay. Now I'm going to go down a little bit more so you can see what I'm unwrapping. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is so awesome. Blossom in the center. That is so awesome. And oh, look here. There is a bulb pen and a little, like baby pen, the small baby pens. Love that. And a bulb pen. And it's tied through two of them, so gonna have to figure out how to get that off of there. It's up here. There it is. Okay. It's beautiful. That's a beautiful little charm. Beautiful little charm. And this is the way it was wrapped with those on it. So there's some lace around here. And this big piece of lace here. This is gonna be my follies. There's the follies. And more eyelash trim and a rose and a piece of trim here. A veiny paper. And then there's something here. Wrapped in bubble wrap. Janie, Janie, Janie. She's such a sweetie. Oh, how beautiful. Look at that big diamond. Now, how am I going to get that on the front of that journal? I think that ought to be on the front of the front of the journal. I love it. Okay, we've just got one more thing in here. In this package. And that's beautiful paper. Tissue paper. She does wrap good. Oh, I just cut that one. And then white tissue paper. Well, I may be getting it in too, but she taped that well. Okay. She sent me a huge, huge stash of napkins. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this watercolor. Look at that watercolor napkin. That is absolutely beautiful. And it's all the way through. It's big. There's 6 images on it. That is awesome. How pretty. How pretty. And there's 2 of them. And a peacock. And more butterflies. And then the one that I used to put in Mia's journal with the music. Beautiful things. Paris. She sent me 3 of these watercolor napkins. And florals. Oh, wow, this is pretty. That's beautiful. That might be the cover. With some lace. That's a 60s style with the atomic symbol. 50s or 60s. And then a stack of the smaller ones. Oh, I turned right to this little birdie. Oh, isn't he pretty? Sybil, I used my watercolors the other day for the first time. I used my pencils, and I loved them. I loved them. Thank you so much for those watercolors. And there's birds. My favorite flower, irises. I love iris. That's a thick napkin. I love iris. And the butterfly again. And roses. Nothing says shabby chic like pink roses. And daisies. Except maybe the watercolors. I love the watercolors. And Paris. And another Paris. And feathers. Yay! I needed some feathers. And balloons. And teapots. And look at this one, girls. Isn't that a pretty design? I've never seen one like that. I love that. Nor have I seen this. That is awesome. And look at this one. Beautiful, beautiful things. And here's a bird's nest. And again, the bird's nest. And then we have this watercolor one. I'm going to open this because this is a full image. Look at that. Now, I've never seen one done like that. Can you see that scene? It's a full scene. I've never seen one done like that. Yeah, I could do a napkin journal. Pots. emojis. And this would be perfect on steampunk. I love it. I love the black and white. And this one. And that is my box, girls. And it is so beautiful. I love the hummingbird. This, I am so thrilled. I collect antique kitchen stuff. I have a wall with a rug beater and stuff that I have, just setting up. I've got the funnels and things like that, and this right here will just be on display in my kitchen. Yeah, this is going to be on display in my kitchen because I can put it on that rack. But cold alone is not enough. Please call PH 36558. Remember when they had the oh shoot, hee-haw, when they do the PR, he'd say call the PR 558 or whatever. Yes. We had that when I was in Republic. Yeah, I started to say we had that when we was first in Republic. I have not ever done it. I have heard that you could do that. These papers, I don't know how she got them that dark, but wow. And they smell good. They smell like vanilla. Okay. That was awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'm shaking every piece in it, make sure I've got it all. So, I'm going to leave it setting out here for right now. I'll use every piece of this. Every piece of this. My little tag. That is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. I need to put that up where I can see that daily because that is affirmation that I need sometimes. That I don't have to be anybody else but me. Sometimes I try real hard to be, I don't know, something. I don't know, but I fail miserably. That's stretchy lace. That's cool. That is cool. The eyelash trim. And my little pins. I don't want to lose my little pins. And that's stretch lace. Too. That's undie lace. I love the butterfly. Honey, you had to get dressed first. Why didn't you go downstairs and think about getting dressed instead of being up here wondering if you could go? Because you're not ready to go, are you?
I just want to know what
Be careful. Be careful. I said we go. Be careful going down those stairs. And girls, I tell you, Tom just come up and went back down. And I have loved being on here with you this morning. But when he went down the steps, he was shaking all over. And he's got it in his head that we have to go see his brother. And wondering why we can't. He wants to show off his new watch, so I'm going to have to take him in order to keep him from having a, yeah. Well, he's just over across the field, so it won't take us long, but if he's at home. But anyway, I'm going to cut this off right here. We've been on 2 hours, and we've had a good visit. And do you think I ought to color my hands or leave them alone? I will. He's okay right now. No, now don't get in a panic, girls. He's okay right now. Do you think I ought to color my hands? I'm not going to do it today. But do you think I ought to color my hands or leave them alone? Gail says as yes. And everybody else is just ready to go. Say you got tired of me, didn't you? You got... Oh, honey, I love you so much, Sybil. He got the card. He showed it yesterday, and he loved it. He loved it. My hands that I drew. You think I ought to watercolor them or use my pastels or whichever? I could do some graphite on them because I have not used. This is just a number 2 pencil that I had downstairs, and I just grabbed a piece. I had one piece of cardstock in my computer, my stack of computer paper, and I grabbed it and went to drawing. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I was thinking about making copies, yeah. So you think I should watercolor? I could do that. I could watercolor, or I can use the pastels, make it real soft looking. You know, just whatever. You like it as it is. But, well, it needs a little something yet. It is still a little bit out of balance, but sometimes when I put the color on them, I can kind of see what it needs. You know, you see the difference in the shading when you get some color on it. Thank you, Sybil. Thank you. I drew this last night after Tom had his seizure. I sat down, and this was my way of meditating, I guess. It's just drawing. And I have taken several photos. I uploaded 3 of them. But, you know, and I did that because when I look at the image on the screen, too, I can see how flat it is, and sometimes it's hard for me to see in my phone. And then I like to get the input from you girls because sometimes you can see what I cannot. And like Joy told me that this thumb that I had was way too long. And I said, well, it's a man's hand. And then I got to looking at it, and I got to looking at where the thumb should be, and his thumb was twice as long as it should have been. You know, it was way out of whack. So I'm really wanting to do something else to it, though. I'm wanting to brighten it up and put some color on it somehow, and I don't know, just make it pretty. Then do what you do, okay. And when we come back on live, I'm not going to do it tomorrow, because we're going to party tonight for my son's Father's Day gift. When I come back on Monday, we will do the Flocker Journal, and then see what we can do with this. And I'll get Kathy's papers put down in the Flocker Journal, and maybe start working on the Shabby Chic one, I'm no longer going to work on Lori's online. I'm going to do that afterwards because I absolutely have to concentrate so hard on that one to get it in there and get that story in there in line that I can't do it and watch chat and do that kind of stuff. So that's all going to be done, and until I get ready for the jewels, and then I will bring it back in. But right now, it's just it's going to be mine. Anastasia, thank you for coming, honey. Vicky, I love you and thank for staying up so late because I know it is time for bed. And Tracy, my email address is in. Are you in the beginners friendship, the beginner crafters friends, beginner crafter friends? Are you in that? I'm in. I'm listed in Pink Poodle. I'm listed in the Flock. I'm listed in. Uh, are you in any other groups? We have a new group now called Beginner Crafter Friends, and it's for everybody, not just beginners. But we wanted to bring in some beginners, and it's on Facebook. So you're not in any of the groups? Okay. I will put my email address in the description below. I will edit this and put my email address in the description, and then you can get a hold of me, or I will put my address. Do you want my address or just my email address? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Understand that, Tracy. Okay. Do you want my email address or my address? Because I can't remember, honey. Address. Okay. I will. I will. I will put it in the description below, and you can get it from here. Okay. You can get it from this video after it uploads, because I will have to edit it first. So, Gloria, so good to see you, honey. You're welcome, Tracy. And I thank every one of you for coming in and giving me the opportunity to yak and carry on and do what I do. And sometimes I wonder why I do it, but I love that you all are giving me back the support and the love. And Janie, bless you so much. And I love every bit of it. I love the hummingbirds so much. That is just awesome. And I was thrilled with it all. And I thank you so much. Kathie, your journal stuff is going to be fun. And girls, I will get that video made on the, after I talk to Jane, I'm going to have a little discussion with her. And then we're going to see. I will put up a live stream talking about, it probably won't be very long, but I'm going to do a live stream on the giveaway. So, I will see you all soon. Loves and hugs, and I will miss you tomorrow. And I'll talk to you later. Bye, girls. To you too, Sybil. I love you, honey. Kisses and hugs.